This is my custom bumper for my K5 Blazer. If you have one of these trucks, you know how few and far between the bumper options are for them, and most of them don't even look very good. So I did what any responsible fabricator would do. I built my own in my garage. Episode 1 was all about building this cradle and starting the sliders. This episode's all about all this tube work and bringing the whole thing together and getting it finished and installed on the truck. Alright, well, time to start bending some tubes here. So, kind of got my position mocked up where my top tube's going to go because I want it to ride right under my body line. And so we got to start figuring out this corner. So I kind of just got my tube bender, so the only real mock-up piece I have is that 45 I tested it with. And that ain't going to work. So we're going to make some more test fit pieces so that I can have those on hand for building stuff in the future. I'm going to start with a 22.5, which is half of this, but I got a feeling that's not going to be shallow enough either, so we'll probably end up making something somewhere around a 10 also and get this angle and position figured out. So let's go. Alright, so let's try 15. I want it to come in pretty, I think I want to narrow it out pretty close to the middle here. But let's see where that gets us. Ooh, baby. Look at that. That is perfect. Perfect. Look at that. I mean, obviously I want it to tuck a little bit tighter and run underneath that, but dang, that's going to be killer. I've graduated to doing this on the floor because I'm running out of room to the ceiling. I got this bottom tube figured out. What I'm going to try to do, this top bend is a 15 degree here, so I'm going to do a 15 degree real tight off of this in the same spot so that it kicks back. It'll be slightly inset from this, but it'll kick back and follow this line. Then I'm going to do this 22.5 and I'm going to roll it back a little bit, a few degrees, so that it'll taper into the corner there. So either it'll work or it won't. You might have to try it a couple times to get the right angle for the dangle on that second bend, but that's what we're doing. Let's build it. Well, it took a little bit longer than I wanted. I had to take way more out of here than I thought, but, oh, and I had to notch this guy by hand because that's a way weird angle for my little crappy tube notcher. But, like a glove. All right, all done. They look great, right? one of those things where there is no right and there is no wrong. There's just what you think looks best. So there's our lines. I'm gonna get the bead roll out and bead roll these. Now, a lot of people would say, that's good enough, weld it out, we're done here. Good enough isn't in my vocabulary. We're getting there though. I bent it wrong. Oh, Lord, it happens to everyone. How can I fix this? And I welded these on the wrong side. See, that's what happens when you don't pay good enough attention, man. It happens to everyone. This is how it's supposed to be. On the bottom. This is what I did. That's more better. All right, well, it's time to start welding this thing out, so let's kind of get a final look. Whack that off real quick. Got our Zeus fastener tabs all TIG welded on. Got the tabs for our lights, all our crossbars. The bottom is Zeused on those mounts for a skid plate on the bottom. Got the second fair lead hole braced up here. Going around to this side. Let's weld her out. let's give you the rundown of this thing now that it's all done. My whole cradle is built out a 1/4 inch. It's bolted in multiple places to the frame for attachment. I decided to bolt it on instead of weld it on. It's tied into the frame. I've got plates on the back of the frame. It's tied into my spring perches. This thing's not going anywhere. All the tube is 120 wall, 1 3/4 DOM. Got some amber fog lights for rain, dust, and snow. All the wiring is hidden under these cover plates that are dzus fastened on. These are aluminum. Got those down on both sides and they're fit around the winch. We trimmed our grill to outline the winch to bring it all together, make it nice and clean. All right, well, that wraps this episode up. Part 3 will be coming soon. That's going to be the rear bumper and finishing those sliders. And I got 2 more things before I go. Number 1, I just want to say thank you guys for the early support and the subscribers that I have gotten already, just being on here in these last couple months. So as a thank you, I'm going to give away some stickers that I had made. So I'm going to give away 1 for every subscriber that I have. You don't have to be a subscriber to get one. It's going to be first come, first serve. So in the description, there will be a link. You go fill out a form, and the first, at the time I'm making this, it's 24. So the first 24 people that go to that link and send me a response, get yourself one of these stickers. I'm not going to make these again. These are only 2 ways to get these. Either in this, and you'll be one of the 24, or if you see me at like a car show or something in the next couple months before I run out of them, but I'm not getting them again. So this is it. This is your only chance. If this bumper build inspired you to work on your own project at all, you can click right here for more projects like this. If you want to stick around and see what else we got in store for this truck, you can click right up here. And have a great day, guys. Remember, if you don't get started, you'll never get finished.